Okay, we've lined up our second game. It's the same scenery pretty much. I think it's exactly the same actually. We've decided to keep the same list just to try them out a bit more. It's the Dawn of War scenario, deployment, and it's Crusade. So we've got 5 objectives. There's one on the hill here. There's one here, one here, one there, and another one there. So we rolled. I got to go first with my deployment, so I still get a chance to seize the initiative. So obviously I'm all deep striking. So Side had to deploy this side, and he's combated up one of his attack squads. But yeah, everything else is on the board as you see it. And we're just going to go straight into Side's turn 1 if he wishes to move anything. Because obviously I can't do anything on the first turn, so we'll see you at the end of Side's turn 1. Assume the same. Are you going to move something?
I am, yes.
Yeah, okay. So at the end of turn 1.
Oh, well, I'm going to try and steal the initiative.
Oh yeah, okay. No, okay. So see you at the end of Dark Angel turn 1.
Okay, nice quick turn 1. The Terminators are here on my left, just edge forward slightly to get out of the cover, making good use of the Warlord's move through cover trait. As did these guys. They just swarmed over the objective to make sure I fully claimed it. These guys just moved up and around to go over the Terminators here. I know they're not claiming the objective, but they're sort of moving forward to try and get themselves into position. And then over here on my right flank, the tank just moved up to give itself a good firing arc. So that's the end of turn 1, and now it is Grey Knight's turn 2.
Okay, it's the end of Grey Knight's turn 2. Rob from the reserves, only got 2 squads in. It was the Brother Captain landed here after deviating 9 in that direction. And then this squad deviated 9 as well, this way. Yeah, so they landed there. And I could have run, but I decided I'd take a bit of a risk and just pour all my shots into the combat squad to try and kill the plasma cannon, which luckily worked. He went to ground after the second round of shooting to try and conserve these guys, but unfortunately lost his plasma cannon anyway. We're not sure if Hill's actually gone on cover or not. It seemed a little silly to get a 5-up cover save just standing on a hill, which makes it easier to see. But so there's some debate over there. Well, not between us, maybe, but I don't know. It just seemed really silly to have a 5-up cover save just standing on a hill. So, so he went to ground consequently, and luckily saved his 6-up invulnerable. So he was all right. And I couldn't run, obviously, so that was it. So that's all my turn. I just poured everything into these, killed 3 Marines, including a plasma cannon, so not bad. And that's it. So now it's Dark Angel's turn 2.
Okay, end of Dark Angel's turn 2. Basically the tactical squad over here moved up within rapid fire range. Terminator squad diverted. I peppered the squad with crack missiles. Managed to score I killed, did 2 wounds and killed one of the models, one of the guys in the squad. So wounded the Brother Captain twice. This then shot and killed another guy. And then the combined fire of these 2 squads did diddly squat. And then to make matters worse, I only needed a 6 to charge. So the magic 6+ again screwed me over and I rolled a 5. So I was out by like about 1/8 of an inch. So yeah, the snapfire, Ollie got 1 hit, which was a wound, but thankfully I saved it. So yeah, well, I managed to do some serious damage to that squad, which is inevitably quite a friggin' scary squad considering it's got a Brother Captain in it. I would have liked to have tried to sink it in close combat, because I quite happily would have thrown away that Terminator squad to kill his Warlord. So yeah, that was slightly unfortunate, but yeah, we will have to see what happens now in Grey Knight's turn 3.
Okay, it's the end of Grey Knights 3, and yeah, it's still got stuff on the board, which is nice. So everything else came in, which is great. The Dreadnought here, Thorn Squad here, this squad here. They ran just to spread out a bit because there's a plasma cannon over there. They ran to spread out. These guys just moved up. These guys motioned to charge the devs and then shot into them. Killed I think 2 of them, and then I charged in, slaughtered them rest, which was nice. I used my psychotrope grenades and got rerolls to hit, which was very nice because the Devastators thought it was illusionary, which was good. These guys just ran to spread out, like I said, so they didn't do anything. This guy fired his psi cannon, yes, heavy psi cannon. Fired at these guys, so I went to ground. Got a couple of Wrens and managed to kill 2 of them. Then these guys fired at the Terminators and got quite a few hits. 2 Wrens, no, 1 Wren. And then
1 Wren, 7 wounds.
Yeah, 1 Wren, 7 wounds, and I had already cast Misfortune on them from the Brother Captain. So he had to re-roll successful saving throws. And then his Sergeant managed to pass 14 2-up saves. Then an invulnerable, and on the last invulnerable save, he failed it and died. So he took 1 for the team. Well, in fact, he took 15 for the team. Yeah, so I killed a Terminator with a Storm Shield. Yay! And a Dev Squad, which didn't really stand a chance. So, but I'll take those. So that's it. So it's the end of Grey Knights turn 3, and I'm relatively intact.
Okay, it is Dark Angels turn 3. Following cunning deployment by Ollie, bringing all of his forces down upon my right flank, I've had to try and switch it up and move everyone around. So the Terminator squad have swung by here. However, their fitness hasn't got any better from the last game, and they could only manage a 1-inch run move. So that might actually come game breaking if they fail to get anywhere within the next turn. I think I might get overwhelmed. Over here, I shot at his Dreadnought. Unfortunately, only got 1 hit and wound. He failed his save though, so I managed to cop a wound on him. I sent all the fire from these guys here into the Brother Captain's unit. I scattered off with the plasma cannon, unfortunately, and didn't manage to do anything. I wounded him, but he made us invulnerable. I then charged in with my Terminators, guns blazing, didn't do anything with the guns, charged in. Thankfully didn't take any wounds, but yeah, with Ollie's 4-up ward save, he managed to pass quite a large amount. He actually passed, what was it, 6 saves, so he only lost 3 guys. So I was a bit disappointed with that. But we've still got the next turn to fight. So yeah, we'll have to see. I caught him in the sweeping advance, so we're still locked in combat. So yeah, it's kind of all on a knife edge around here. So yeah, it's on to Grey Knights turn 4.
Okay, it's the end of Grey Knights turn 3. Is it 3? 4. Okay, 4. And stuff happens. I managed to kill these guys before the assault. This guy charged into the tank. These guys just ran out. These guys moved up a bit. These guys obviously still in combat. Shot at the tac squad with these guys and killed 2 of them. So there's just the Sarge left. Like I said, these guys just ran. This guy rolled loads of 6s on his Hammer of Wrath and killed his tank. So it got 6 to hit, 6 to wound, and then rolled a 6. So that was nice. These guys just shot them up before they even got to assault, which is kind of bad. And these guys, he managed to cast Prescience again in his own unit, and just continued to eat my army because I've only killed 1 of them so far, and it took 16 shots to do it. So I'm going to need to throw a hell of a lot more to kill them. And they're just basic Terminators, so yeah. Loving the new edition. Okay, so it's now Si's turn 4.
Okay, end of Dark Angel's turn 4. My lone sergeant got up and scarpered because he don't like them apples. The tactical squad there stayed where it was. The other Terminator squad moved up towards the ruin. Over here, I managed to get in and assault the squad. It was pretty unlucky on Ollie's part as he tried. Well, he got hammer hand off, but he rolled a double 1 and killed one guy. I then shot up his unit and ended up killing the other guy, leaving only the brother captain. However, with the combination of grenades that the brother captain had and the challenge, I only managed to get 4 attacks against him because the psychotrope grenades and blind grenades really nerfed my assault abilities. And as it happened, then I managed to unfortunately I wounded him 3 times, but Ollie made all these saving throws on a 3-up ward. So he's still in the action, and he's helped me up. So I was a little bit gutted about that, but it is now Grey Knight's turn 5.
Okay, it's the end of Grey Knight's turn 5. The Dread Knight charged into the Terminators, which was nice. These guys just moved up. And then I cast a few psychic powers. I cast Malediction on the Terminators, there to reroll their armour saves. I cast Prescience on the Brother Captain from the Dread Knight, just to give him rerolls to hit. And that was it for those. These guys both, the champion cast Precognition on these guys, Prescience, and Thorn cast Prescience on these guys, rolled a double 6. No, sorry, cost double 1, so he got it off and then died. So yeah, Prescience spam seems to be the way to go actually. But yeah, Thorn did actually kill himself doing that, but I suppose he's one of the best guys to kill yourself with because at least he can come back with some slightly ropey fluff. Right, so that was that, and then in the shooting phase I managed to slot 3 Terminators, including a sergeant, which took about 8 wounds to kill him, but he did go down eventually, and then just slotted a couple of his mates with almost no hassle whatsoever. So so the sergeants have nails, so I need to flank them or something and not shoot the sergeants. And then in the close combat, wow, the Demon Prince went mental. He had 5 attacks on the charge, got rerolls to hit and wound, and then so I had to reroll invulnerables, which is good because he passed a lot of invulnerable saves. But he still lost all his Terminators and did a wound to the Librarian. The Captain did nothing, apart from live, which is good. So that's the end of Grey Knight's turn 5, moving into Dark Angel's turn 5.
Okay, this is the end of Dark Angel's turn 5, and I think this is pretty much the end. Basically, I had to run everyone up. My only chance was to attempt to get these close enough to combat that I could sort of stay his hand for another turn. Unfortunately, I mean, words cannot express how disappointed I am. In 2 games that we've played, the most they've ever managed to run is 2 inches. I mean, it beggars belief. Like, everyone else has performed pretty well on average. These guys have sucked balls. So unfortunately, it's because of this I've probably lost the game, because I've not been able to use like an entire Terminator squad, and that's massive. I mean, I've from considering what I've managed to do to his army with 1 Terminator squad
You've taken out half my army with 1 Terminator squad.
Yeah.
So all you need is another Terminator squad to take out the other half.
Yeah. It's been very, very disappointing. So I think that's certainly more. Well, it's more Ollie's clever play rather than my luck, I think. But it's certainly my luck hasn't made it any the defeat taste any better. But yeah, it's still not quite over yet. But I think basically the end is nigh. over here in the combat, my last chance was to attempt to draw the brother captain out of a challenge, but he obviously sensibly declined, and yeah, the librarian got killed, and he just fled in ignominy. So I suspect he'll be staying as a brother captain.
Yes.
But yeah, it was because he was going to cast a spell on himself, and I decided that wouldn't be a wise idea, so I got him to do it and rolled a double 1. So that would have been the end of him. But yeah, it was. I managed to cap a guy over here, so that's hopefully at least one less set of shooting against me. But yeah, I think I'm pretty screwed. It's just basically a nice bit of clever manoeuvrability on Ollie's part. I think that's won in the game rather than anything else. So yeah, I'll hand it to that. Plus my idiocy over here of not accepting a challenge. But we'll go through. Yeah, basically I currently claim. Technically, I think I would have won if the game had ended at turn 5, but we're playing at least turn 6. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens here now. So yeah, we'll get on to Grey Knights turn 6.
Okay, so went into another turn, unfortunately for Sai, who would have won if it had ended. So I had my turn 6, my captain hid behind a hill, my Dread Knight moved up, these guys moved up, Thorn got back up, which was nice, and these guys moved on to this objective. And then in my shooting phase, these guys drilled the sergeant, managed to kill him, which is awesome. He shot at the tac squad, managed to kill 3 of them, including the plasma gun with the Rend. And then these guys shot at the Terminators and actually killed 2 of them, so leaving him well out of charge range. He might possibly be able to make a charge range actually, but he's only claiming 1 objective there, and even if he takes this one, I believe I've won anyway because I've got 4 points. I have 1 point for line breaker, which I think is just anything in their deployment zone. I don't think it's a scoring unit, is it? It's just
No, just anything in the deployment zone.
So I've got 2 things in his deployment zone, but this one he can't do anything about. And I've got...
you have First Blood.
First Blood, yeah, so I've got 4. So even if he charged these guys and beat them all, which is unlikely, because they're fearless with... no, they're not fearless. Thorn's unit's fearless. But it's unlikely.
Yeah, you got 5 victory points.
Yeah, well I've got... Well, I think there were 3, aren't they?
There were 3.
Yeah, so I've got 7 at the moment. You could potentially kill these.
7.
So I've only got 4. Yeah, 1,
Yeah.
3. Oh no, what's the? Is it just 1 for the?
Yeah, 1 for line breaker.
Okay, yeah, so I've got 5 at the moment.
Versus my 3.
So if you made that charge and did actually beat it, you could still win potentially. I know it's a long shot, but
yeah, okay, well, yeah. Well.
Okay, so Sai's not going to concede just yet because there is a tiniest little chance that he could still win.
Yeah.
So we're going to play that through. But as it stands, that's how it looks, and Grey Knights are winning. So based on what this guy can do, he might just be able to pull off a win, but we'll see. So we'll see you at the end of Dark Angels turn 6.
Okay, it's the end of turn 6. That's basically the end. I managed to knock another wound off the Dread Knight with the plasma cannon. And then over here, he moved forward, shot, tried to charge in, only rolled a 6. So yeah, that's basically it's the end of the game. Ollie's won 5 victory points to 3. It was good, very good tactical play on Ollie's side. I don't think it was too much luck. I mean, it was the Terminator's not really getting in to do anything, but I think that's probably more Ollie's play of like getting everyone over here rather than...
Yeah, if I deep struck in here, then both the Terminator squads would have easily mushed me. So I had to just forget one of them and just go over there.
Yeah, well, it was a great flank refusal.
My kind of plan was just to kill all your troops and then just sit on an objective and win. That was my only plan, and I failed at that. But worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I was quite impressed with what I managed. I wiped out half of the army, which was great. I really like the force, but the kind of, even after playing 2 games, realised that Devastators with missile launchers are a bit shit these days. Well, maybe not shit, but certainly against...
Then Devastators with plasma cannons would be horrendous.
Yeah.
I'd lose.
Yeah, it's kind of that. The plasma cannons are just the sort of caveat, and in in this Dark Angels list, they are only 5 points more expensive than the missile launchers. So I mean, obviously, if the missile launchers were like only 10 points, which they are in every other codex, Space Marine, then sure, you'd be sitting there going, all right, well, yeah, missile launchers are pretty good. Frag missiles are always nice, but yeah, unfortunately, in Dark Angels, optimal as that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But too many more defeats like this, and it might have to go. Well, the trouble is then everyone starts to switch up the game, and all of a sudden, like, your list then falls automatically to.
You take plasma cannons, then suddenly I've got Drago, you know, it's like.
And paladins and all that kind of stuff, and then it gets silly. But yeah, I mean, definitely this game was a lot different in that Ollie, because of the way the deployment was, Ollie was able to get his stuff on one flank and really stop me. I'm fucked up badly with these. I really should have deployed them a bit better. I probably even should have combat squadded them. I mean, this kind of really got in my way because I could not see anything where they were. I mean, it was my own fault.
Other than shooting at Dreadnought, I don't think you fired that plasma cannon this game.
No, the whole squad did really nothing.
But that was kind of my plan, just to deploy here so he couldn't see me.
Yeah.
Just to save myself from a round of shooting, but as it turns out, I saved myself about 3 rounds of shooting.
Pretty much all of the shooting, I think. It's because I couldn't draw a bead on any of the squads without losing my home objective. It was interesting. I mean, certainly, I think I could probably do the same kind of thing as Ollie and take a Deathwing force, and then we'd both have a equal, just both skip the first turn.
Equal. I'd die horribly because one Terminator squad took out half my army.
Yeah, that was.
We'll definitely need more Dreadnoughts next time. If you do take Deathwing.
Yeah, Dreadnoughts are nasty. Dreadnoughts are very, very nasty. Obviously, that's what monstrous creatures do, and that is the one problem of not having any AP2 that goes at initiative is that all of a sudden these become uber powerful.
That's a good point. Actually,
they become
probably the only
very, very powerful.
That goes at initiative with AP2.
Yeah. Because all of it,
Still, it's only the cure for Terminators.
Yeah, certainly.
Plasma guns will still destroy it.
No
problem.
Yeah, it's just I never managed to get like a proper bead on it, and because obviously if I'd focus fired it would have gone down, but I kind of, the way Ollie had planned it and played it, I couldn't focus fire properly. So really, he only had to deal with about half my army, which was a pretty nice play, to be fair.
There's definitely tactics going on right now, because it certainly wasn't any luck.
Well, yeah, because
I think I found 4 perils of the warp.
That was bad.
And lost like 3 guys as a result.
Because obviously when we were playing like this way Rover, it was all my stuff is deployed in a much smaller area, which means that your ability to refuse a flank,
plus losing a whole unit and my captain over it.
Well, even with a flank refusal, it really kind of limits your ability to do that, because I can bring my forces to bear, but on a larger battlefield, the flank refusal really hurts.
And plus, I was really dumb. I put 1 unit here, 1 unit. I should just put them all down near to each other so they can support each other.
Yeah, it was.
So it's still a learning process for both of us, isn't it? So.
Yeah, it was very close. Like I say, if it had ended on turn 5, then what would have looked like a defeat would have been a win for me. But yeah, sort of that's just how it is. It's like they say in UFC, you never leave it to the judges. So yeah, it was unfortunate. Never leave it to the dice roll to end the game on turn 5, because that's not a good tactic. So it was a good game actually. It was that was a lot more close fought, I think.
Than some of the Spacewalk versus Blood Angel games.
Well, yeah, and that's just infinitely.
I found it challenging to play these. I really like them. So.
Yeah, because I think the trouble with Space Wolves is that they are, unfortunately, no matter what Ollie says, they are the Space Marines with all the bells and whistles.
I think they're even more powerful than they used to be.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking.
The trouble is, I play people who are really unlucky. But when I have a little bit of luck, I just destroy them. So I need to play an army where
Although-
it punishes me for.
Although last game you know what it feels like.
But
that
that was playing very nice.
was pretty hideous. Yeah.
So
was,
I like the challenge of playing this army.
Yeah.
As long as I don't buy Drago, it should still be quite a balanced list.
Yeah.
I certainly won't be getting Drago. So.
Yeah, and I'll have to avoid the Devastator squads full of 4. Well, rather the fact that they're ridiculously expensive, but.
Yeah, that's true actually. And plus, every one you roll, you can feel it. That's basically like 40 points down the pan for every one you roll.
Yeah, but I think it's 48 in fact, which is really bad. Yeah, but yeah, it was a good game. That was good fun. So yeah, well we'll have to get back for the next game, which will be Sunday.
Yeah, it should probably be Warhammer.
Yes, it'll be Fantasy Battle.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will see you then.